This is my standard reply to so many comments on this platform and others, as I'm a bit tired of having the same discussions over and over again. The slavery has always been a thing argument is incredibly dull and not nearly as pithy as folks seem to imagine. It's precisely because the great and the good in the US and the UK forged our modern nations with the sheer scale of the transatlantic slave trade that we should examine it. We directly benefited from and benefit from it today. It's not an abstract c'est la vie, the pyramids were built by slaves, which they weren't, argument. It's the foundation of the modern industrial world. Our world. The world which invented this social media platform, for example. And therefore it should be scrutinized. No one is suggesting that we are personally responsible for slavery, or even that the Brits invented slavery, and no one is dismissing the abolishment of slavery within the empire. However, the Brits didn't engage in hundreds of years of the slave trade and brutal exploitation on an astonishing scale in places like the Caribbean, setting up our industrial revolution, global banking, insurance and trade networks, just for the accolade of benevolently abolishing slavery, conveniently as it was becoming socially awkward at home and economically less viable across the world. It truly is a tired argument, and I cannot help but wonder why some people are so keen to peddle sound bites which dismiss the context of the origins of the modern world, not least the simple fact that English is the language of international commerce. Heck, English went to the moon. What's more, though, the abolishment of slavery was followed in many cases by indentured servitude and a ferocious scientific effort to prove racial hierarchy as a pretext for continued subjugation of colonial holdings. Again, far from benign and directly our society's doing. We cannot be proud of our history, claiming kinship with figures like Shakespeare, Newton, Darwin and Churchill, while dismissing our relationship to the context of the slave trade. It is one of the benefits of studying the past to give our times a fuller context, particularly a portion of history which is directly the forebear of our own, of our society. I am tired of folks who don't see history as something to learn from, rather as a half-remembered platform for platitudes and untainted, unnuanced national pride.